£30,000 at 16, and you're probably wondering, like, how on earth have I done it? And honestly, some days I think the same as well. But I've listed down the 5 most important things on this piece of paper right here. 5 most important things that I sort of live by day to day and just in general that have helped me to achieve that. Now, most of these people online will just tell you, you know, what you like, basic things about actual dropshipping stuff, but I'm going to tell you more of like the fundamentals of the things you need to put in place to be able to do that. And this does not just apply to dropshipping as well. This can be any business or just any way you want to make money. This is basically just how to make 30k at 16. Obviously I'm not promising you'll make that. You could make more, you could make less, but the point is this is how I've made 30k at 16, and this is how you can apply the things to do the same, ideally. So the first thing I want to start with, and it's kind of talked about, but it's not that talked about in the sense of depth with it. And this is going to be organised days and to-do lists. Now, as I kind of said, just people sort of talk about to-do lists and talk about, you know, having this, you know, different things, tasks and stuff on there, but they never really talk about like how to like actually set out your to-do list. So I'm just going to walk you through quick, like, you know, example. So basically what I'll do is, first of all, you want to determine what task you want to do first. So say, for example, today I've needed to make a new account on Instagram. Then I need to edit some videos, then I need to film some videos, then I need to do some other tasks like build a website and stuff. So I always go to try and get the worst task, or like the most sort of, how would you put it? Like the most annoying task done first. And now I find making new Instagram accounts quite annoying, because it's not annoying in the sense that, you know, oh, it only takes like 5 seconds, because warming the account up and stuff, I don't enjoy scrolling videos. So it's kind of just annoying that you have to do that. But, you know, it is what it is to go viral, and you only have to do it once with an account. If it's a good account, then you're not going to have to like do it again. So that's how it kind of just allows me to do that. But I like to do that first just to get it out the way. So yeah, I'll always start with like a more annoying task just to get it out the way. But it's a task that once I've done, I know, you know, this is great, this is good. Now I've got something set in place that's going to make me more money in the future. So if you've got tasks like that, like making new accounts or, you know, doing something along the lines of that, I'd definitely recommend setting that as your first task. And then the second thing you want to do is, you know, if you're in like organic dropshipping, let's say, and you've got like editing, filming and stuff, just do whatever you feel is best for that. I always prefer to do editing first, just because then I know that I've got all the videos that I need to post done in time to be posted. And then I like to do filming after, because I film today and then post those videos tomorrow. So edit and post those videos tomorrow. So I always like to get my editing done early and have that done, you know, at a normal time. So then I can start posting the videos, because I've got a lot of videos to post. And then I'll film later on. I mean, like, recently, because I've been, like, running a lot of different accounts, I've been filming at, like, 12 o'clock at night, like 12 a.m. But it doesn't matter, because, like I say, I won't be editing or posting those videos until tomorrow anyway. So it doesn't really matter what time I film them, unless, obviously, I needed to film, like, outside or something. But products I've currently got are all inside products that don't require a certain time of the day to film. So that's that. So you choose what's best for you in the order. So you can either do editing, then filming, or filming, then editing. But for me, that's worked the whole time I've done that as well, editing and then filming. The only time I'll change that is, let's say I'm going on vacation, or I've got, you know, something that's going to not allow me to film on the night. So say, for example, like I just said, I'm going on vacation, or I'm just not going to be at home or in a good filming spot on the night time. I'll film first and then get the editing done, because ideally, if you're going on vacation or something, you could just edit on the way there, like whilst travelling, which is a good thing. But if I look at my to-do list right now, I'm obviously not really going to be able to show you the to-do list, because it's going to obviously show you my products and stuff. But that is exactly how it's laid out. So I've had to make a new Instagram account, which I've already done, and I've warmed it up. So that's my first task. Didn't take too long to do. So that's great. And then we've got editing, filming, and then the other things. I need to finish a website and then list out some like content ideas. Now, editing and filming usually takes me all day anyway, but I'm ideally going to get that website finished today, because you know, I did like a bulk amount of it yesterday, so I should get that done for sure. But yeah, so that's the other thing. And then, so that's kind of like the first thing covered, really. Organising your day and having a to-do list. Now, I've tried both things where I've got, you know, I've put time on the tasks. So, like, you know, I'll set out a 30-minute gap between these tasks and stuff. I've tried that, and I've tried a normal to-do list, and honestly, I don't think it really matters much. Whatever you work best with. If you want to time your tasks, let's say you get up at like 8:30 a.m. So let's say, you know, you want to time that task, you have a task from 8:30 till 8:45 or something like that. If you want to do that and then set the other tasks, it kind of helps because it pushes me to be on time. But then I feel if I do a task late, so say, for example, I set a task for 9 and I don't finish it until 15:15, I feel like I'm completely out of sync then because all of the tasks are at different times. So, I mean, you could do this on like a Google Sheet or something if you wanted to do like a calendar style online. But with me, I always prefer to do paper to-do lists just because it's there, it's in front of me. I haven't got to open anything up. I can just look at it and it, you know, I can just tick it on the go. I can always have it with me. I've always done that. So that's another thing, really. You can choose between digital or paper, but I've always preferred paper. And now the second one I want to talk about is the limiting mindset. So basically not having a limited mindset, because that is one of the things that like makes people fail. So as everyone talks about already, as like mindset is 90% of it, and I would completely agree with them, to be honest, because if I didn't have this mindset, if I didn't have this discipline, and discipline is obviously all to do with the mindset as well, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to get up every day and do the tasks, even when I feel like even when I don't feel like doing them. Like, you know, there's a few tasks on my to-do list today that I don't feel like doing, but because I've got this good mindset and there's actually a reasoning behind it, I'm going to get them done. And that's really important. And I think, you know, a lot of people, they'll like want it, and you know, I can't lie, I fell into it myself sometimes. I'll use an example in a minute, but basically some people will think they want it, but then in their mind there's like even that 1-2% of them that doesn't believe they're going to make it, doesn't believe they're going to be successful, doesn't believe, you know, they're going to achieve their goals. That is what will just kill your goals. That is what would literally just like drive you to failure, because you don't 100% believe in yourself, and that's really important. And now the example I've got is that as I've showed you the sales and the results that month, I did not. Well, sorry, no, that wasn't a month. That I set it as year to date, but that was over 2 months. So I think 2 months it was 28k, and then obviously the extra 3k was just made in like the other months. So let's say like 3 or 4 months altogether. That was about 40-50% margins. So it's pretty crazy. Which is actually what made me 5-figure dropshipping now. Like, that's what I'm classed as. But basically, I didn't expect that at all. Like, I was going in, because this was Q4 last year. So I was going into Q4 thinking, right, if I can just make, you know, because I was planning to get a mentor and stuff as well, but I kind of changed my mindset after I did that, because I really surprised myself. Which is really important, because you just keep going, because you never know. You're going to surprise yourself at some point if you just keep working. But I was expecting to make, you know, about 4k profit, maybe 3 or 4k profit in that Q4, just because that's what I'd done last year, and I don't know why I didn't really believe in myself. But then I ended up making like 14k profit, so that's very important. You know, like, you're gonna surprise yourself at some point. I really didn't expect that, and like, you know, just don't have that limited mindset, because I mean, that is kind of proof. Take this video as proof. Take me as an example that, you know, even though I didn't think I was going to do something like that, I did it, and you can do it too, because that's just how world works, you know, like, trust in the Lord and, you know, keep working, keep trying, and you will make it, and that's how it works, you know. Now, third one I'll go with is put yourself around the right people. So I think there's that quote, like, you are who you hang around with, or something. Like, your 3 closest friends to reflect on your behaviours, so like you'll be like them. And like, I think because I'm in college now, I've kind of been pushed away from all of, like, you know, the high school, because, you know, when you're in high school, you've got like usually got like a lot of friends, and a lot of them don't really have goals in life, a lot of them aren't really going to like benefit you by talking to them. And I think like putting yourself around the right people, or even just like withdrawing yourself from the wrong people, is a great thing to do. And what I've started doing now is like getting involved in communities of like-minded people, and that's really helped me. So I've been speaking to like 2 or 3 people with a like-minded mind basically, and I've been learning a lot of new things, and you'll be surprised how many other people you can speak to that are like at a slightly higher level, or they don't even have to be at a higher level. They can just be like, they know something you don't, which could benefit you. Just speaking to them can like, increase your sales or increase your knowledge, anything like that. It's a really useful thing to do. So I definitely recommend just not even just like putting yourself around the right people, but just withdrawing yourself from the wrong people and at least trying to communicate with some people who have the right mindset. And now I'm not saying like, ditch your old friends or anything, but I'm just saying spend more time and, put more of your mind to the things that matter, and try and find people who think the same as you, because then it's going to benefit you. Yeah, I'd say that's kind of it for that one. So I'm just going to grab a drink quickly. That's 3 of them so far. But then the next thing I want to talk about is do the things you don't feel like doing. So that's a really important one, because I feel like there's a lot of situations where I've gone through tasks like filming video concepts. I feel like forcing yourself or pushing yourself to do things that you don't feel like doing is really going to benefit you. Because, like, for example, if you've seen my other videos, and I'd highly recommend you looking at some other videos of mine, at least the ones about like, the YouTube and the growth and stuff on my organic account. But I feel like doing the things you feel like not doing is a great thing, because there was this video concept that I really didn't feel like doing. I really didn't feel like trying it. It was a weird concept and I just didn't think it was going to work, but I just forced myself to do it because I was kind of running out of video ideas, and I saw this, it had gone viral. It wasn't exactly conversion rate based, it was more of an engagement post, but I talked about that in the video titled like how I'm gaining 19,000 subscribers every week or something. So I'd recommend you watch that. But basically, I didn't feel like trying that concept out, but I tried it anyway. And the first day that I posted it, it got like 250,000 views on YouTube. Now, as I say, it wasn't really conversion based, but it still brought in some good sales. But now, just using that video concept, I've redone it a few times, and well, exactly that. I gained like 70,000 subscribers in a month or something. It was like ridiculous. So I took the account from like 10,000 subscribers, to I think it's at like 93,400 now, which is just pretty insane, because just one video concept I didn't feel like trying ended up gaining me like 80,000 subscribers. So that's crazy, and you can apply that to anything really. Say there could be a product that you don't feel like doing, but that might be the product that could, go crazy for you. You just don't know. I think with products, because it would take a lot, like it's a lot different to trying a video concept, because if you're trying a product, it's going to be like 2 weeks of your time, whereas a video concept could just be like 2 hours of your time. So I'd mix this in with the previous point I was talking about, with put yourself around the right people. If you've got a product that you don't feel like doing, but you're just not 100% about, it could be the one, it could be good. I'd definitely recommend, if around the right people, show it to them and just see what they think, because you just never know, You might find this product, you might think, oh, that's not that good, but I'm going to put it on my sheet anyway, because it's kind of okay, kind of not. Just show it to people that know more than you in that sense. They might know better product selection. Just show it to them and see what they think, because you never know. You're not going to get anything from the things you don't do. So it's always worth a test. And especially if you're a beginner, I'd recommend this point a lot, like doing things you don't feel like doing, just do them, because that's what you're going to have to get used to. You're not going to want to get up every single day. I mean, it would be great if you can, but not every single day. I'm really determined and passionate about what I'm doing, but it's not like every single day I wake up ready to go. Not every single day I wake up wanting to go to the gym. Not every single day I wake up wanting to get all the editing done, the filming, not every single day that happens. But the point is, I stay positive most days. I do want to do the things, but even on the days that I don't, I still push myself to do it. Just because that's the game, that's how it works. That's any business, you know. You're always going to have to do the things every single day, unless until the point you've got it like automated, until the point you've made it out the trenches, as we say. But yeah, that's a really important one, I'd say. Now, the fifth and final point, which I'd probably argue is one of the most important, if not the most important, because it kind of sort of revolves everything around it. All of these other things that I've mentioned sort of revolve around this one, and that is staying consistent and sticking to it. Because, you know, the organised days and the to-do list, that's going to take consistency and, you know, the drive to stick to it. Because, you know, if you don't have this consistent mindset and you don't have this like stick to it mindset, this discipline, you're not going to be able to follow a to-do list every day. You know, if you have this limiting mindset, you're not going to be able to follow your goals and do the things you need to do every day. You know, if you're not around the right people, or you're not at least trying to put yourself around the right people, then it's going to be harder. Because let's say you wake up and it's a bad day, or you're having a bad time, sales are low, views are low, you're just feeling lost, you're feeling like nothing's working, you're throwing things at the wall and they're just not sticking. In that situation, if you're not like at least trying to contact the right people, or having a little bit of a conversation with someone who might be higher than you, this could even be like DMing one of your like favorite, you know, YouTubers, or like someone who talks about your business, because that's what I've done. You know, I've contacted someone who is higher than me, say a lot like higher level than me, and I've contacted them and just took some advice, because a lot of people are willing to give it, and you've just got to, you know, you won't know if you don't try. So I definitely recommend doing that, just because on the days that you might feel it's not working, you might just have that little bit of a push. You might see what someone else has achieved, and then it might just push you to go and achieve it as well. And yeah, I'd say this is one thing I've lived by. So if you saw like one of my previous videos where I talked about like how I've grown on like self-improvement journey, because I started with self-improvement, then I've gone into business, and then obviously I am where I am now. So I think consistency is key, is the one thing I've always lived by, just because that's kind of the point. Like, consistency in anything is going to get you somewhere. Like, you know, if you stay consistent in a sport, you're going to become good at the sport. If you stay consistent at the gym, you're going to be getting a better physique and everything. You stay consistent on a good diet, you're going to achieve your bodily health goals. If you stay consistent in business, you're going to achieve the goals you have in business, the financial goals, the, you know, the freedom, whatever. So yeah, staying consistent is a really important one. But I think that kind of sums up the video, to be honest. The 5 points that are really going to help you to achieve numbers, and that's these 5 points I have lived by. You know, I'm not like making them up on the spot. These 5 things I actually do, I actually practice, and yeah, they're really important. So I think if you can like apply these 5 things, these 5 tips and what have you, then you're going to definitely get ahead of your competition, and just get ahead of, you're going to be better than what you were before. You know, 1% better every day if you apply these things. And yeah, so I'll just quickly go over them again, not like describe them or anything, but organised day and to-do list. So that's your first thing. No limiting mindset, so remove any date from your mind. Put yourself around the right people, so like, you know, at least trying to contact the right people, just getting some advice from someone who's higher than you. This doesn't mean like mentorship. I'm not saying, you know, go and pay thousands of pounds to get in a mentorship, because I haven't done that myself. Literally just go and send someone a DM and they will likely answer. There's a lot of people saying, you know, my Instagram DMs are open, come shoot me a question. So then it's do the things you don't feel like doing. If you have a task that you don't feel like doing, just do it, because you never know, that video that you're going to end up skipping because you don't feel like making it, it could be the video that makes you go viral and makes you a bunch of money. You never know, because that's what happened to me. And then the 5th and final one, which is probably most important, is staying consistent and sticking to it. So, you know, keeping on your journey, going for it every day, sticking to it, and you will make it at some point. So hopefully this video has helped you out, and if it has, please consider subscribing, because I'm trying to just help people out and sort of just document my own journey along the way, so I can look back on these videos when, you know, I'm successful and everything, and just see what I was thinking at the time, what like is important to me, and I just want to help other people at the same time as that. But yeah, I think if you follow these 5 steps, it's really going to help you out in whatever business you're doing. Really, it could be like anything, literally anything, you know, SMMA, dropshipping, I don't know, name every online business. These things are just going to apply to it. And it's not even just business as well. It can literally be like any goal you want to achieve, anything you're working towards, anything you're trying to build. It's all going to help you out. So thank you for watching, and please consider, you know, subscribing and just seeing some more of the videos that might help you out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.